I think my natural hair symbolizes beauty, extravagance. It's extraordinary. Not many things on this planet, on this earth, can defy gravity. However, I mean, we can name the things that could defy gravity, but naturally, with no chemicals, with nothing involved, my hair defies gravity. That's what made me go natural. Because it's like I have this superpower to defy gravity in a sense. It took a while for me to like learn to love it. And once I did, I like never looked back. I remember straightening my hair the last few times and I literally hated it. I was like, this is not flattering to me. This is not how I should look. This is not like, my hair should be big and round and around my face. Like, because that's how it comes out of my scalp. That's how it's meant to be. So this is how it's going to be. I remember several instances where like in high school, they tried to say that we couldn't wear braids anymore. And I'm like, I'm doing hair. That's my whole career. That's my whole life is doing hair. How are you going to sit up here and say that we can't wear braids anymore? I remember applying for a job and they were like, you got the job, but you can't wear your hair like that. You can't wear any braids in your hair, not even one braid. And it was just crazy. And this guy had locks and he read the whole manual and he was like, I could wear locks. And that's the only acceptable hairstyle besides loose natural hair is wearing his hair in locks. And he had to bring out the manual basically so they wouldn't discriminate against him for having locks. And this is a minimum wage part-time job, which is so crazy that I'm only here 20 hours out the week, and you want to tell me how I can wear my hair to and from work? I remember they wanted me to straighten my hair one day and they got like my black co-worker to ask me because they knew they was wrong. So it's just like wearing my hair right now, my natural hair, it seems like it's like a rebellion, but why do I even have to rebel to just be me? I'm so grateful to be able to do hair because doing hair was illegal for the enslaved people to do. They couldn't have their hair done. They couldn't do each other's hair because if they were doing their hair, it meant they had too much free time. It meant they had too much time on their hands. They shouldn't have been trying to look beautiful or look pretty because they were enslaved. So it was literally a law that you had to cover your hair in a head wrap. And you couldn't show your hair. So I'm always forever grateful that we are able to do our hair however we want. We're able to wear our natural hair. And then I'm able to like do so many other women's hair. My first few times wearing my natural hair out and thinking like, wow, this hairstyle was like no purchase necessary. Like, it's nothing on my head. I don't have to worry about the rain. Like, it was raining one day. Everybody was so worried about their hair, and I had my fro out, and I was like, wow, I'm just out here with no concerns, and my hair looks the same as when I showed up. Everybody else's hair is like frizzing up, and I'm like, wow, like I could touch my scalp, and it's like, it was so freeing, like being outside naked, but just like my head was naked, and it was such a good feeling. I found out about Juneteenth very, very recently. Like, I would say in the past maybe 3 years, probably in like 2017. It's just kind of crazy because I learned about Independence Day. I had to learn all this like Constitution stuff in 8th grade to graduate from 8th grade. But Juneteenth, I don't recall it being mentioned. And then even if it was mentioned, it was never mentioned as a thing to celebrate. It's like crazy to me that it was so kept quiet and so hushed that we're sitting up here celebrating. I mean, granted, we also celebrate Cinco de Mayo, you know what I mean? In America, you tend to celebrate a lot of things that you may not necessarily relate to, but I feel like Juneteenth should be just as big, if not bigger, than the 4th of July, because the 4th of July was probably really for white men, not even women. So it's just crazy. I want to celebrate it. Like when I have my family as we get older and stuff like that, I really want to celebrate it and make it a big deal because it's very, very important. Because I mean, Juneteenth was not that long ago because my grandmother's grandmother was a slave. It's not even that much to know besides this is the date that the last slaves were enslaved black people were free. That's very big and important, and it's such a simple concept. Like, for us to celebrate, it's like it's a date it's a birthday, it's one day. Why aren't we celebrating this? Why aren't we like making a big deal about it? Like, I want to see my whole family come together, just like we do for Thanksgiving. Everybody take off work or do whatever you have to do. Take a cruise, go on a trip, like, but have a big celebration for it.